Kia ora tātou. Hi, Kane. I'm Sarah. I'm the National Manager of the DOC Fonterra Living Water Partnership, and it's been our real pleasure to be a partner with NZARM for the conference this year and being here and chatting with you all. Our poster Drains to Streams is down the back there. I see someone's reading it already, which is fantastic. For those of you coming on the Living Water field trip tomorrow, you will hear ad nauseum about this, but it's a great project that we actually feel really proud of, and it's a kind of a culmination of the 10 years of effort that we've been doing with Living Water. Those 10 years working in 5 catchments, one of the things we really did discover is our Lowland Waterways do need a lot of help. Lots of effort over, a century to create those drains that drains the water off the paddocks quickly so that we can have productive farmland. But what it's done is it's really decimated those freshwater habitats. And in those lowland areas, and particularly in Canterbury, those drains are the last refuge really for our freshwater species. So there's quite a bit of work that we need to do, not just on farm, but in that drainage network itself. So we know farming practice alone isn't going to get us where we need to be. When we did our strategic reset as Living Water in 2017, after wooling around for a few years trying to work out where our niche should be in each of our sites, what people were telling us in Canterbury was, can you help us with this drainage network? There was a lot of effort through the regulations already, ECAM being quite far ahead with their water strategy, to get farming practice moving in the right direction for freshwater quality, but really that drainage network needed a lot of effort and help. It was sort of a strange place for DOC and Fonterra to play. It made sense for DOC. We were doing a lot of work on farm already, but really that was where the focus needed to be. So we were working in the Ararira L2 catchment, which is in the Te Waihora larger catchment, that very special coastal lagoon there. We knew we needed to work with Selwyn District Council. We really wanted to partner with mana whenua, so Taumutu Runanga. And it was actually through a relationship with Taumutu kind of pushing Selwyn District Council along that got us to a point where we could sign up a memorandum of understanding and really move forward with some work. So we were kind of there with some money. Quite often that can be a bit of a problem, having funding, so we were there to kind of just start that process. So we got in a social coach, we brought in ECAN, the L2 Drainage Committee, which is made up mainly of farmers, so they're responsible for looking after those drains, mostly through mechanical diggers digging out, which obviously has impacts on the freshwater. So we were looking to kind of get a step change in how those drains are managed. So the process was bringing in a social coach, getting together a consultant technical team, so we had Aqualinc and EOS Ecology supporting us, along with Will Allen from Learning for Sustainability as our coach, and basically designed a catchment management plan, so looking at mitigations that we could do across the catchment. But then the really key part of it was the recipe of how you do it, so an implementation guide that went along with that. So I'll just show you these. It's always exciting when you get to the end of something and you've actually produced a document. So we've got a summary of those 2 documents, which is a really useful sort of summary of it all. And then these, finally, a CMP, Catchment Management Plan, and an implementation guide. And we've got copies of those at the back there that you can take away, and you can also look at them online. The next phase really for us is costing restoring the lowland drainage network for New Zealand. So this is sort of one of the last projects we're doing as Living Water. It's quite ambitious, and we're using an economist to help us, Castalia. So we're really looking at the cost benefits over a period of time. How much will it cost? What will the investment look like over what time period? And what benefits will we get? And what's been really interesting so far with the results is that for the Ararira catchment, to do the mitigations in the catchment management plan over 50 years, it's going to cost about $30 million. But the benefits of that are obviously more than that. So it's starting to show the economic value. And what was really interesting is the main benefit is through obviously the reduction in sediment, and the primary tool in the toolbox for that is wetlands, and that's what we don't have in the lowlands. So quite a bit of investment to put those back. So I just want to really share that. I think this is a recipe that most councils around New Zealand could really get their teeth into. It sets up the process for how to work with mana whenua for them to help lead these processes, for that co-design and co-governance to happen. So get it stuck into it. I'll stop there because I realise I'm between us and lunch. Thank you.